Have we ever asked ourselves a question where we accumulate a lot of things? One day when we open up our drawer, we want to search for one thing. Maybe we're searching for nail clipper, and then when we open up, we saw 10 items that we forgot we ever owned all of those. So why we're not throwing away? Why something like this happen and we keep accumulating a lot of things? And I want to share the reason behind it and what is the downside of owning a lot of things that we are not even using. So the reason is because society and ourselves, we think that when we have a lot of things we can be happier, but that's not actually the case. Because what happens when we adding things, it uses a lot of our mental capacity, and the more we add, the less we have, and it can cause us this psychological drain. Okay, but back to the point where we think that more things can bring us happiness. We think have we ever bought something like we felt really happy, we felt joy, maybe a new jacket, and then after wearing it for 1 to 2 months we feel bored. So that's what happened most of the time, and we kept going to the next one. We buy the next one. We think it's gonna make us happy, but it's only temporary thing. And there are times when you bought a new thing, the joy only lasts for 3 hours then you go to the next. So that's why I think it's very important for us to understand this, that it's futile to keep going adding more stuff, because we won't feel that everlasting happiness anyway. And I want to talk about the downside of accumulating a lot of things. When we accumulate a lot of things, what happen is a lot of these things end up owning us. Maybe you're into motorcycles, you bought extra neck motorcycle, and then what happened, you rarely ride all your bikes, and then all these bikes you need to pay for taxes, road tax, insurance, and the maintenance of it. Even if you're not riding it, there are service interval for oil change. For example, if you don't ride your motorcycle, you still need to service it, because the oil cannot be stored for longer than, I think, 3-6 months. So that's why it's end up owning you. You have to work harder. You work harder for all the things. Like I mentioned before, we kept going adding our stuff, and we need to work harder for all of this to make sure that we can afford it. So as a conclusion, so the reason we accumulating a lot of stuff, because we think it can bring us happiness, but it isn't. And remember that the more things that we own, it end up owning us.